Centripetal force. Centripetal force is the force required to move a body uniformly in a circle. This force acts along the radius and towards the center of the circle. You can watch here, when an object undergoes uniform circular motion, that means the speed of the object is constant, but the velocity keep changing due to the change in direction. You will find at each and every point on this uniform circular motion or the circular path, the velocity is represented with the tangent drawn at that point. So here you will find this is the velocity v1 in this direction, here v2, v3, v4, but anyway you will find that due to the change in direction the velocity is written as v1, v2, v3, v4, but if you will calculate the magnitude, it will be equal to v only. That means the speed will be constant, and the object is moving in this uniform circular motion. You will find that the object is moving in anti-clockwise direction in this circular path, the horizontal circular path, and so that the acceleration also will produce here. As you know, when we just define the centripetal force, we can say that when a body moves in a circle, its direction of motion at any instant in along the tangent to the circle at that instant. We find that the direction of motion of the body moving in a circle goes on changing continuously here. According to Newton's first law of motion, a body cannot change its direction of motion by itself. An external force is required for this purpose, and it is this external force which we call here as centripetal force, because while moving in anti-clockwise direction you find that the object or the body, the velocity of the body we are representing with the tangent, and the acceleration we are representing with the radius or along the radius toward the center of that circular path, which we have learned already in chapter 4. Okay, so the centripetal force here can be also represented along the radius. You will see this is the force here. So this force which is just represented along the radius or which work along the radius toward the center are called centripetal force. On account of continuous change in direction of motion of the body, there is change in velocity of body, and hence it undergoes an acceleration. As we know, it is called the centripetal acceleration or the radial acceleration. So the formula in chapter 4, it is given for the centripetal acceleration. A is equal to v square upon r, or we can say here the acceleration is equal to omega square r, or we can say here in place of omega we can write 2 pi nu square r. Here you will find this v is actually the linear velocity which is represented along the tangent. So this is the linear velocity here. Okay, omega is the angular velocity. It is the angular velocity. You will find the direction of the angular velocity is also mentioned here, as it is the motion is the anti-clockwise motion. So you will find the omega is represented, and it is given by the right hand screw rule or right hand grip rule. Okay, so it will work towards the means it will work in upward direction perpendicular to the plane of the path. Okay, and here the nu is frequency and r is radius of curvature, or you can say simply radius of the circular path. Okay, so you will find here, as we know by the Newton's second law of motion, force is equal to mass into acceleration. Means whenever acceleration is there, obviously a force required, and because of the force only the acceleration produced. So mass into acceleration will give us force. And if we just put here the value of acceleration, centripetal acceleration, this is equal to what? V square upon r, or either you can write it m omega square r, or we can write here m 4 pi square nu r. Okay, so this force is called the centripetal force. The formula for the centripetal force is given here as mv square upon r, or equal to m omega square r, or equal to 4 pi square m nu r. So this is the centripetal formula for the centripetal force. And as we know here, the as stated earlier, the centripetal force acts along the radius and towards the center of the circle. Obviously centripetal acceleration or force changes direction continuously as the body moves. Now we will see the centrifugal force. Centrifugal force we will define in this way. The centrifugal force is a force that arises when a body is moving actually along a circular path by virtue of tendency of the body to regain its natural straight line path. This is, you can see, we'll just take one example here. So in this example you will find that a piece of stone tied to one end of a string is rotated in a circle. So you will find a centripetal force F1. This one is applied on the stone by the hand, and in turns you will find here the hand is pulled out by the centrifugal force F2 acting on it. So due to tendency of a stone to regain its natural straight line path, the centripetal and centrifugal forces are shown here. Okay, or we can define simply in this way: the centrifugal force is a force that arises when a body is moving actually along a circular path by virtue of tendency of body to regain its natural straight line path. Okay, means you will find the stone when it is moving in this circular path. So stone always tend to just gain the straight line path, as the velocity is represented here with the tangent. So as it is free, or means as the force is stopped, the stone will fly off in this direction, tangential direction, it will fly off. Okay, so we can consider here the centrifugal force can be regarded as the reaction of the centripetal force. As force of action and reaction, the force of action and reaction are always equal and opposite. Therefore we'll find here magnitude of centrifugal force is also equal to mv square upon r, which is same as that of the centripetal force. However, direction of centrifugal force is opposite to the direction of the centripetal force. That is, centrifugal force acts along the radius and away from the center of the circle. So this is the centrifugal force we are considering as a reaction force of the centripetal force. Centripetal force is working towards the center of the circular path, so the centrifugal force is working away from the center of away from the center along the radius. Okay, means both are equal and opposite. But once again you have to remind this, whenever this action and reaction take place, it always works in two different body. If F2 is working here, so F2 is the force which is applied on a stone by the hand. So F1 is the force that is applied on hand by the stone. Okay, so this way the action and reaction always work on two different bodies, and that's why they will not cancel each other. And the centrifugal force is also called as the pseudo force, because it can consider as a false force or it can consider as the reaction force of the centripetal force.